Good day, UECS parents and students. I am Miss Christine Medel and I will be your host today. Welcome to the second webinar for this school year. Thank you for taking the time to join us today as we talk about the relevant and timely topic of what we, teachers, parents, and students would all agree as our day-to-day challenge improving one's academic performance. Before we officially begin, please be reminded to fill out the attendance form pinned in the comment section of this live stream. At this juncture, let us be in reverence as Mr. Vincent Cloy Aquino lead us for the opening prayer.
Heavenly Father, we give you thanks. Thank you for this day that you have given us. Thank you for all the many blessings that we have received. We also thank you for another chance that you have given us today to learn something new. May you bless us with wisdom and understanding, and may you increase the capacity of our hearts and our spirits and our minds, especially to the students and parents that are watching as they receive the teachings from this webinar today. May you continue to bless us, to guide us and help us, and to provide all the needs of our families. Sa inyo po lahat ng papuri at pasasalamat, Panginoon. This is our prayer in Jesus' name. Amen.
To officially welcome everyone to today's webinar, let us listen to our guidance coordinator, Pastor Rico Dariza, for the opening remarks.
Welcome everyone to our second family engagement webinar. We do understand how challenging it is for our students to improve their academic performance, especially nowadays. With the influence of the technology or internet, some tend to just accept it or go with the flow, not realizing that it consumes much of their time of studying. Thus, it affects their performance academically. Today, we are so grateful for the opportunity to know some guidelines in improving one's academic performance and achieving good study habit. I hope and pray that this webinar would be of great help to everyone. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Pastor Rico. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to our guest speaker for today. She is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English at LSPU San Pablo campus, and Master of Arts in English at San Pablo Colleges. She is currently working as an English instructor in the College of Teacher Education and Senior High School Department at LSPU Santa Cruz campus. Moreover, she is a certified trainer of teaching English to speakers of other languages under TESOL Asia, and also trainer of English Skills Training and Employability Skills Training Program under Worldwide Link International. Let us all welcome Ms. Fatima M. Cambao.
Greetings of grace and peace to everyone. So, isang magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Thank you so much for having me here once again, my dear UECS family, especially to Pastor Pe, to Pastor Rico, to all the teachers, to our parents na kasama din po natin na nakikinig ngayon, and especially to our dear students. Once again, a pleasant morning to everyone. So I have the privilege once again to talk to you about the things that I have learned, no, from the experiences, from the wisdom that I got at work, and even my experience as a student before. Okay, so I have given the chance to talk to you about improving one's academic performance and good study habits. But as I can see, dun po sa TARP natin, we have improving one's one's academic performance a day-to-day challenge. So my goal today is for you to be challenged. No? So I know that I cannot do this on my own, but with the help of the Lord Jesus who gives us the wisdom ay talagang maibibigay ko po sa inyo yung mga dapat nating matutunan so that we can help one another in achieving our goal, no, as a person and of course as a child of God. Okay? So once again, isang magandang umaga po. Though I am not with you there, I hope na tayo ay maging connected sa bawat isa dahil lahat tayo ay we want to improve on something. Okay? That's our common denominator, no? So laging meron tayong dapat i-improve. Okay? Kahit na ikaw ay mataas na may mataas na posisyon, no? It's a good attitude that there's something dapat na tayo ay matutunan. Kaya napakaganda po ng ating topic for today, improving one's academic performance. It means that you are already there. Okay, and you just have to improve on something, and you just have to learn something for you to grow up, for you to mature pa. Okay, so let's start with this question: is it hard getting good grades? Okay, just ask yourself, no? Is it a yes or no? Is it hard getting good grades? Some of you will say yes, no? Pero the question is, paano nating nasabing yes, no? So you might say that uh, kasi nahihirapan ako dun sa subject, no? Or you might say that there are a lot of requirements that we were asked to do and I wasn't able to accomplish it because we have 8 subjects, no? Hindi ka able na mag-excel sa lahat, no? So parang you have 4 subjects and then 4 subjects and then sa 4 subjects na yun, you have as well 4 projects, no? And medyo mabibigat itong mga projects na to. But since that you do not have such time, no, so yung dalawa lang yung nagawa mo ng maayos, no. So with that being said, no, I of course na nahirapan tayo, no. So many will say that yes, it's hard getting good grades, but personally, no, nung while I'm doing this material, I ask myself, is it really hard getting good grades in the perspective of being a student before? Okay, so ang first na naisip ko ay yung mathematics, no? Kasi, when you ask me, is it hard getting good grades in mathematics? Hindi walang atubili ay ang sasabihin ko ay yes, of course. Talagang absolutely, no? So indeed, it's hard to, no? So dahil hirap ako sa mathematics. I'm an English teacher po and of course as an English teacher ay dapat hindi ka exempted sa mga ganyang bagay kasi mathematics is really needed in our day-to-day living, no? So parang ano siya, for you to be wiser, no? Kailangan marunong ka mag-budget ng everything, no? So yan. Pero yung mga difficult topics about mathematics ay medyo uh, matrix yan, stat, no, even nung ako po ay nag-aaral ng sa graduate school, no, talagang hirap na hirap po talaga ako diyan, no, sa mathematics, no. So, and I talked to one mathematics teacher. He's a friend of mine, and then since I'm teaching in College of Teacher Education. He as well is teaching in the same department as mine. And then I asked him, no, so how will you motivate me? Medyo maano pa, no? How will you motivate me to study mathematics harder, no? So sabi niya sa akin, it's like mind setting, no? So if 'di ba sa networking may tinatawag tayong networking, open-minded ka ba, no? So kung you are open to learning, then it means that you are willing, no, uh to like yung absorb yung how will you solve this problem, no? You will become more patient dun sa pagsasagot mo ng step-by-step process in order for you to get the correct answer. Okay. And then there's this another mindset, which is what we call as the fixed mindset. Okay. When we say fixed mindset, you already closed the door. No, you already accepted the fact that you are having a hard time to that certain subject, and uh, wala ka nang tinatanggap, wala ka nang ina-absorb, no? So parang introduction pa lang, nag-close na agad yung mind mo, though you are there in the classroom attending your class, no? So, hindi, mahirap na yun sa akin. Later ko na lang yan, ganyan, ganyan. So, if you have that mind setting, no? Nakatulad nung sa akin, it's a fixed mindset na simula nung ako ay naging estudyante hanggang naging teacher na ako, no? At hanggang bago ko marinig yung words na yun coming from a mathematics teacher. Then, I told to myself that, oh, it's not really the subject that is hard, no? So, it's me na nagte-take control, no? That subject is hard. Are you somehow getting my point, no? So, nasa Zoom tayo ngayon. If you're getting my point, then you say yes, no? Yan. So, are you somehow getting my point there na it's not really the subject that it's hard, but it's how you manage, no? It's you, no? Maybe there's a teacher factor, maybe there's a school factor, but it's always, no? The learner or us, no? Tayo mga students, no? So, I made an outline, no, on the things that we will talk about today. Okay, so I entitled it as Sustaining My Passion. Okay, so in Sustaining My Passion, there are uh, three topics under this. No, we have the purpose, the motivation, and the tips. So with the purpose, we will talk about the clear purpose that can sustain one's passion in studying and reaching one's goal. Okay, so we have to know first the purpose ng isang bagay or ng isang ginagawa natin so that it is aligned with what are we doing. Without the purpose, we cannot have the passion. Okay. Another is the motivation, which I think and I believe that you are already familiar with this. But let us just go back to this, no? Kasi it's like a perspective issue pa din. Okay. And then some of the tips, no, of good study habits, no. If you want to get good grades, you've always wanted while also leading a balanced life. Okay. So of course, it's not only academic, no, na tayo ay nabubuhay kasi though we are students, no, we still have yung holistic part of ourselves, no, the physical, the social, the mental, the emotional, the intellectual. Okay, so it's all part of our learning. It's not only intellectual. Okay, so yan, let's first discuss about the purpose. So as a student, as a teacher maybe as well, no, and as a parent, no, we should have to get a clear purpose. Okay, so tayo muna as a student. Okay, getting a clear purpose of our career. Okay, choosing a career path is really a series of smaller decisions that add up to a big impact on your well-being and happiness. Bakit ko in-include ang career dun sa purpose natin? Let's say for example, ang isang uh, ang isang bagay, no? So, let's say for example, ang isang electric fan, no? So, ang electric fan ay used, no, para tayo ay ma-relax, no, makapag-provide ng air, no, or ng hangin para tayo ay maging well ventilated sa isang classroom. Okay? So, machine siya, nagwo-work siya on that way. Okay? So tayo bilang mga estudyante, no, tayo din ay meron tayong paggagamitan ng ating mga natutunan. Okay? So you are studying now for a certain purpose. Okay? So it means that, diba, parang grade 1 ka pa lang, di ba? Baka may mga students tayo na mga little kids, no? So, you will be asked by your relatives, you will be asked by your parents or the people around you, what do you want to be in the future? Okay, and you will say, I would like to be a teacher, I would like to be a doctor, I would like to be a dentist. Okay, pero wala ka pang clear direction of that, no? So parang yun lang yung lagi mo nakikita, no? So yun yung nakikita mo din sa mga parents mo, or it's influenced by the others as well. Okay? So, dito, no? So, nag-aaral tayo for a certain purpose that we want to achieve something. Okay? So, you ask yourself right now, are you studying for a certain purpose that you want to be a successful professional someday? No? So, if you want to be a successful professional someday, dapat ngayon pa lang ay nakikita na talaga kung paano tayo nagsasubmit ng ating mga activity sheets, paano tayo gumagawa ng isang output. Let's say you are in a company, you want to be an engineer someday. Okay? So, it means na 'di ba meron silang mga output, no? So yung sa drafting nila, no? So mahirap yung gawin, no? Pero uh, if you have there the clear purpose of your career that you want to be like this in the future, then you will do that, no? At gagawin mo 'yon dahil you are called to be an engineer, no? So ibig sabihin, if sa senior high school or kaya sa junior high school, meron kayong mga ganong subjects, no? Ay talagang makikita mo doon yung ano mo, desire mo to learn, no? Kasi you want to be that kind of professional someday, no? So again, getting a clear purpose is knowing what career path will you take. It doesn't mean na clear na agad yung direction mo, no? So minsan nga kahit nagtatrabaho ka na, hindi pa rin clear yung direction mo kung ito ba talaga yung calling mo. Okay? So basta no meron tayong gustong ma-achieve, meron tayong future sense of future, I'm sorry. Sense of future na tinatahak, no? So mahirap kasi yung magro-road trip ka lang, parang just for a pleasure, 'no? So, hindi naman tayo nag-aaral just for a pleasure only, 'no? Kasi road tripping is, for pleasure only. But you are intentional in a way that you are riding a car for the purpose that you want to be there, you wanna go back, to your province, 'no? So, meron kang certain destination, 'no? And getting a clear purpose of our education, no, of why we are studying, is that we want to be that kind of professional. Okay? So, yon. Another is getting a clear purpose. It includes um, being thankful, no, or what we call as the gratitude and appreciation. So, gratitude, the practices also appear to help you feel more satisfied in life and can boost your self esteem according to peer reviewed research. So, some of the researchers have found that the benefits for an individual's mental health and well being is being, uh, having this heart of being thankful and being appreciative of what you have today or what you can have on the next day or in the future. Okay, so analysis of the data revealed that students who received reminders to practice gratitude toward learning and then intentionally practice gratitude self-reported an increase in their level of gratitude, their ability to focus during class, and their ability to remain resilient when learning felt more challenging. So if we have the heart of like I'm thankful that I can study now, no, kasi parang siguro gasgas na yung sense na hindi naman kasi lahat nakakapag-aral. Pero in reality, if we will look into the surroundings, no, may inflation, no, so madami nangyayari sa family natin, no, your parents might lose their job or nahihirapan financially, but here you are right now, no, you are given the privilege to study. Okay, if you are given the privilege to study, then it will be seen on how grateful you are then, no? Makikita yon then sa mga outputs natin, sa fruit natin, no? So, and ma-appreciate natin yung binigay sa atin ngayon, no? So, having this gratitude and appreciation of what we have right now can increase your ability to focus during class, no? So, minsan kasi we are distracted by a lot of things, no? We are, like, we are discouraged, no, ng nangyayari sa family natin. So, pagpunta natin sa klase, parang wala tayong gana. But I don't mean na kailangan lagi tayo may gana kasi ang reality naman talagang, minsan mawawalan tayo ng gana or minsan mahihirapan tayo. It's not always a bed of roses, 'no, parang katulad ng mga sinasabi ng mga, tao sa paligid natin. But it would be always the issue of your, intention or the issue of your heart. It's always you na makikita natin na kahit nahihirapan kayo, 'no, sa pag-aaral nyo, ay thankful pa din, no, na nakakapag-aral tayo, no? So, and that this heart of gratitude and appreciation can lead to a better management of the self. Okay, so come to think of it, no, na tayo papasok sa klase na may nangyari man sa atin, no? Pero we still have to push through, no? As, Lord, you still have something for me, no? Greater things are yet to come for me. Dahil nagtitiwala ako sa iyo na though we are experiencing something that isn't that good in my perspective, and yet you still have a blessing of like uh, helping me to get to school, or kaya may baon ka pa din, 'no? Meron ka pa din, inihahatid ka pa sa school, 'no? So, that is more than enough, 'no? Na makita natin na, pataasin yung ating self-esteem that, at maging resilient tayo na everything will be ano, everything will be okay, and you know that God is always in control of everything, no? So getting a clear purpose is includes yung heart natin of being thankful sa lahat ng mga nare-receive natin. Okay, so yan, the question is, are you thankful or is it a burden for you to study? Okay, so ask yourself again, are you thankful or is it a burden for you to study? If you are thankful, then keep it up. If you are burdened to study because your parents told you so, no, that you have to finish your schooling, okay, for you to be a good doctor, ganyan ganyan. That's right, no. Pero if you are burdened, then you have to uh, you have to talk to someone and just express yourself why you feel burdened, no, in studying, no. So kailangan meron tayong someone to talk to, maybe our friends, our classmates, or maybe we can journey it with our parents as well, or sa ating mga teachers. Then you can open them up. Talagang nabiburden po ako sa pag-aaral ko, no? So may nakikita talaga din kasi talaga ako mga estudyante na parang it's a burden for them, no? Na mag-aral, okay? Siguro sa daming gagawin, pero it's not that, no? It's still the person na may problem, no? At nakikita din yung pag-aaral as a problem. So if you are on that situation, on that condition of your heart, wala namang hindi naman natin 'yan ide-deny kasi yan ay reality nangyayari sa atin, no? So i-address natin siya ng tama. Kaya thankful tayo na may ganitong mga usapin, no, na katulad ng ganitong webinar, no? So the next one is yan. Getting a clear purpose is having this passion. Okay, so there can be a lot of tips that I can give you, but my main concern is your purpose of why you are doing something. For what are you studying? For whom are you studying? No, so when we say a passion, it's a strong feeling of enthusiasm or excitement for something or about doing something. Okay, so kailangan meron tayong burning passion. Paano ba natin masasabi, no, in reality check, no? Paano natin masasabi na itong taong 'to ay may passion siya dun sa ginagawa niya? You have the passion if you love what you're doing. And if you love what you're doing, it can be seen on your output. It can be seen uh, on how you perform in class. Okay? So, yan. It can be seen then sa paano tayo makipag-communicate with the other people, on how we are so intentional to learn something, no? So makikita ko din ako as a teacher, makikita ko din the very passionate ang estudyanteng ito kung siya ay nagtatanong sa akin ng kanyang mga katanungan sa kanyang mind, no? Na matapos yung klase namin, ang sabi ko sa kanila ay pwede sila mag-raise ng kanilang questions, but there are personalities ng mga students na talagang hindi talaga nila kaya makapag-raise ng kanilang mga suggestion, no, sa in front of the class, no, for some reason. Okay, but I entertain them, and makikita ko that talagang gusto niyang matuto, no, dahil nagtatanong siya, no, dahil gusto niya ma-learn ang isang bagay. Okay? So, ngayon pa lang kung nakikita na sa inyo, no, ng inyong mga magulang, nakikita na sa inyo ng inyong mga guro ang passion niyo, then talagang in the future, no, ay uh, you will be passionate dun sa ginagawa mo din, no? So, hindi 'to mabibili, eh, no, itong passion na 'to, hindi siya mabibili. Hindi din siya ma ma-earn, no? Paano ba siya nakukuha? It is just knowing that you love what you're doing, no? So, I cannot ano, I cannot further the details, no? But passion is something that um it's in your heart, no? Na it can burn then base dun sa desire mo din to learn. Okay? So getting a clear purpose, it means again, it's knowing then yung career path that you want to take. And then getting a clear purpose, it means also that you should have this heart of gratitude and appreciation sa mga bagay-bagay. And the last one is getting a clear purpose is having this passion, no, sa mga ginagawa natin. Okay? The second one is knowing the motivation. Okay? Motivations can be extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. Sabi ko nga po sa inyo kanina that you might know about this already. Okay? But let us look back dun sa ano bang klaseng motivation, no? Na meron tayo sa pag-aaral natin. Okay? So, extrinsic motivation is learning because of the external factors like gaining reward or avoiding punishment. Dalawang bagay po yung pag-uusapan natin siya. And intrinsic motivation occurs when students are engaged because of internal rewards like a love of learning or interest in the subject. So, dun muna po tayo sa extrinsic motivation. So, ito yung mga external factors. So, dalawang bagay po ito, no? Gaining a reward or avoiding punishment. Okay? So, dito, bigyan ko po kayo ng mga examples ng extrinsic motivation. Let's say, magaling ka sa mga subjects mo and you will compete in a quiz bee. Okay? So, you are grateful na talagang ikaw yung napili kasi ibig sabihin you can answer the questions, no? So, or kaya nagkaroon kayo ng ang tawag diyan ng competition first sa school at pinadala ka sa labas at ikaw ang naging representative. There can be extrinsic motivation like you are competing for recognition or you are competing for trophies na manalo ka, no? So, the part is yung gaining a reward. Okay? or you are competing kasi gusto mong meron kang cash prize. Ayan, so merong ang third, second, first, tapos may champion pa. Lahat 'yon merong money na ano na or cash na mare-receive, no? So kasi gusto mo madagdagan yung ano mo, yung allowance mo, no? So it can be an extrinsic na motivation. Okay? So extrinsic motivation is characterized by factors that are external to self. Okay? So it's more about the material things, no? The student is motivated to learn or achieve not by personal interest or desire for growth, okay, but a desire to please by meeting expectations set by parents, teachers, or factors like a desired general yung weighted average nyo. No, or kaya yung mga grades nyo. Gusto nyo madagdagan yung grades nyo. No? So, yun yung mga gaining yung reward natin. It's not particularly for ourselves, but it's for other people that we want to please them, no? Or kaya we want to make our parents proud, no? So, part pa rin pala yun ng extrinsic motivation. Okay? So, yun yung side ng gaining a reward. Meron din tayong side ng avoiding yung punishment natin. So, external motivation can also involve punishment. Students might fear the punishment associated with the getting a poor grade, no? Whether it is the grade itself or discipline by parents. So, halimbawa, you have the rule na hindi dapat bababa sa 85, no, ang iyong grade, no? Para meron kasi kayong usapan ng parents mo that you want to be in this institution or in this university pagdating mo ng college. Okay? So, meron kayong ganung usapan. Unfortunately, kagaya nyo ako na mahina sa math, no? So, bumaba talaga yung grades mo sa math, no? At nagkaroon ka ng record na meron kang 83, yan, 83 na score, no? So, there can be a punishment of that, no? So, it's either madidiscipline ka ng parents mo, no? Or it's either talagang hindi ka na magkakaroon ng opportunity to attend to that your chosen na na university or college, no, kung saang institution man yan or school na gusto mo talagang maka-attend or makapag-aral ng college. Okay? So eto, no, ang focus ng extrinsic motivation is yung external factors, no, the the concern of other people, no? And it can be a reward or it can be a punishment, no? So hopefully, and I believe talaga ang mga parents ngayon din ay hindi na sila ganun din kahigpit sa mga students, unlike before in my time din, no, na makakuha ka lang ng 80 plus ay you are very thankful na, no? Pero iba na kasi talaga ang panahon ngayon, pero I believe ang mga parents natin ay namumulat na din talaga din um, sa reality that we have to understand where our children are, no? So kung saan sila naandon, kung ano man yung weakness nila, kung ano man yung kanilang strength ay we will support them. If sila nandun na strength nila, pinapadala pa natin sila sa iba't ibang mga tutor, no? So nagbibigay pa tayo ng money sa kanila para maka-attend sila ng iba't ibang mga seminars or kaya mga training, no? So talagang full support ng ating mga parents. But when they are in the negative side of it, no, yung kanilang mga weaknesses, no, alam ko pong nandun din po tayo para tulungan ang ating ating mga anak na um, hindi ma-pressure sila, no? So, ang ating mga students naman, no, ano bang ibig sabihin natin ng pressure, no? So, hindi dahil tayo pinapagalitan ng mga magulang natin ay pine-pressure na nila tayo. Matakot ang lagi kong naaalala sa aking mga parents ay matakot na ako kapagka hindi ako pinagsasabihan ng parents ko. Dahil kapag hindi nila ako pinagsabihan, it means that hindi na sila concerned, hindi na nila ako concerned or wala na silang care about me, no? Mahirap kapag wala na silang nasabi sa akin, no? So, Before, wala pa akong ganong thinking na, kaya pala ako pinagsasabihan, it's because mm, they want yung better para sa akin, no? But I accepted it wrongly. I absorbed it wrongly that pinaghihigpitan nila ako, no? So, going back to what I'm saying a while ago, it's always a perspective, no? So, kahit na kayo ay bata pa, no? You have you can have that mindset na napapagalitan ako or napagsasabihan ako. It's because uh, I have to improve on something. Okay? So, yan. Kung may ganun na kayong thinking ngayon pa lang, then that's very good. No? Talagang nakaka-capture nyo yung sinasabi din ng parents natin. No? Pero, siguro disclaimer lang din sa ating parents na talagang mas mabilis pong ma-pressure ang ating mga anak ngayon, no? So, of course with yung fast pace po ng ating technology and even yung kanilang environment sa social life nila ay talaga pong madami pong nagko-control na din, no? So kung nung silang bata pa ay uh, tayo po ang nagsasabi sa kanila ng tama at mali. At this time, uh, ano na sila po ay exposed na sa gadgets, sa social media. And yung social media can be a standard of what they are doing right now. So, talagang kailangan hand in hand po tayong nakikipagtulungan sa ating um, mga anak, no? O ano bang problema, no? So, bakit nagkakaganito ang grades, no? So, if kinausap kayo ng ganun ng parents nyo, then appreciate that, no? Medyo masakit 'yun kasi minsan ginagawa mo naman din yung best mo, pero hindi siya enough dun sa standards, no? Halimbawa ng project na akala mo ay okay na, no? Pero meron ka pang na-lock dun sa rubrics na ibinigay. So, what do you want to do? What will you do? Then, kailangan next time ay maging better ka na dun sa project na yun. Ano po? So, mind setting lang, no, for our dear parents and as well as our dear students. Okay? So, intrinsic motivation. Ang intrinsic motivation naman, it occurs when students are engaged because of internal rewards. Like, uh, isipin nyo, no, my dear students, isipin nyo, kailan yung time na gustong-gusto nyo yung ginagawa nyo? Kailan yung time na may pinapagawa si teacher and you really love doing that and ang comment pa sa'yo ni teacher nung natapos mo yung project mong yun ay na-surpass mo pa yung kanyang standards, no? So talagang tuwang-tuwa talaga sa'yo si teacher. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, no, yung motivation na yun comes from you, no? It is not dictated with the external factors, but it's your heart. It's really your heart, no, in learning that language, in learning that certain project. Okay? So, isipin nyo, sige, take time to think of those things na naiisip nyo na talagang gusto ko yung gawin, no? Tapos i-explore nyo pa yon, no? Then talagang magiging maganda yung magiging result nun. Okay, the question now is, will we focus only on the intrinsic motivation or will we focus only on the extrinsic motivation? Or it should be the combination of the two. Okay? So, ang extrinsic motivation kasi, it helps you to be driven and to become driven and become competitive. While ang intrinsic motivation naman natin, no, ay it supports, no, seeking knowledge for its own sake. Okay? So, parehas siyang maganda, no? Parehas na dapat meron tayong external motivation and intrinsic motivation. Meron lang po din ako isang naalala na storya, no, na I asked one student, "Oh, you're doing great in class, no? So, what's your motivation?" No? Kasi talagang you're excelling sa lahat ng mga exams and everything, no? So, and I like the way you do things, no? So, sabi ko, "What keeps you motivated?" And what that one student told me na Ma'am, ginagawa ko to kasi I want to prove to my parents that I can do this. Do you think that's a motivation? For me, it's not a motivation, but it's a kind of revenge, no? Or di magandang anuhin yung revenge, no? Pero it's something like that, no? It's something that you want to prove something dun sa sarili mo, no? So it can be intrinsic motivation, but it's not a good one. So again, both extrinsic and intrinsic motivation are good, no? And it can help you to improve sa pag-aaral natin and sa growth ng ating academic performance. Okay? So, dito na po tayo sa last one. Okay, some of the tips that I got from the articles, and I'll be sharing as well yung mga nabasa ko pa. No? So, reading is not studying. As an English teacher, how come no nabibigyan mo akong tip na reading is not studying? My teachers are always saying na you have to do an advanced reading. So let's try to discover this. Simply reading and rereading text or notes is not actively engaging in the material. It is simply rereading your notes. Only doing the readings for class and studying. It is simply doing the reading for class. Okay? So rereading leads to quick forgetting. Okay? So, ano pa? Think of reading as an important part of pre-studying, but learning information requires actively engaging in the material. It is according to Edwards 2014. There, in reading, there is what we call as the surface approach. When we say surface sa isang table, no, so dun ka lang nakatingin. You're not looking into a deeper understanding of it when you are reading, no? So surface lang yung nakikita mo, as in yung flat na face lang. Okay? So kapag nagbabasa ka lang just for a purpose na basahin mo lang siya, then hindi ka talaga nakapag-engage, no? So ang sinasabi dito, reading is not studying. It's because you have to have an active engagement. What is an active engagement? Active engagement is the process of constructing meaning from the text that involves making connections, excuse me, to lectures, forming examples, and regulating your own learning, according to Davis 2007. Active studying does not mean highlighting or underlining text, rereading, or rote memorization. So it's your active engagement, not only in reading, no, but also in studying sa classroom, no? May it be online or may it be a face-to-face class. You are not there in the school just for the sake na tayo ay mag-listen, ma'am. Ang personality ko po kasi is I'm not an extrovert person. So, kung tatanungin niyo naman po ako, alam ko po yung sagot. But it's not that. Active engagement, it means that you are communicating. No? So, kanina tayong makikipag-communicate. If it is collaboration, then makikipag-communicate tayo sa mga groupmates natin. We will share our ideas. We will not hesitate. If you have this hesitation, no, yung hesitation is not part of the passion kanina, getting a clear purpose. Okay? If you really want to contribute something, then you give that. No? So, kung may ibang reaction, then ang made-develop naman sa'yo is your behavior. So, hindi ka natatalo. No? So, nagbibigay at nagbibigay ka. Active engagement. Okay? So, ganyan, sa klase, sa pagbabasa natin, sa pag-aaral natin, even sa pagre-review natin for our tests, no, ay iko-connect mo siya. Ito yung tinuro ni teacher, ito yung lecture niya, ito yung mga examples. No, it's an active engagement. Okay? So, yan. Ideas for active studying include, first is create a study guide by topic. So you can formulate your own questions and problems and write complete answers. Or minsan nga ay gumagawa pa ng sariling quiz, no? So yung iba siguro sa inyo, sa mga tutor nyo, ay gumagawa sila ng quiz para sa inyo para i-test, no? Pero kung ikaw talaga ay passionate enough, no? So kung gusto mo matest yung own learning mo, then gagawa ka ng sarili mong quiz. It is somehow impossible, and yet at times ay ginagawa natin ito, no? So derive examples that relate to your own experiences. Create concept maps or diagrams that explains the material. Minsan kasi, especially kapag kayo ay grade 10 na and you will move on to senior high school and eventually pupunta kayo sa college, no? Lahat ng ibinibigay sa inyo ng inyong professor or ng mga teachers nyo will be only texts. No? So kung kayo ay na-train ngayon pa lang to create your own concept maps, to create your own diagrams, okay? So, Venn diagram or kaya yung mga tables, no? That would be really good, no? Kasi meron kang active engagement dun sa learning na itinuro sa inyo earlier ni teacher. Okay? Develop symbols that represent concepts. Okay, so for technical classes like English, history, psychology, no, or humanities, no, figure out the big ideas so you can explain, contrast, and reevaluate them. Okay, so yeah. For technical classes, work the problems and explain the steps and why they work. No? So, kung meron kayong problem solving, no? So, talagang kailangan ma-capture natin yung mga technicalities for us to learn how it works. No? And study in terms of question, evidence, and conclusion. So, what is the question posed by the instructor? No? And ano yung mga evidences presented? Okay, so we have all the ways, no, para tayo ay mag-search, no? Kailangan actively engage din tayo dun sa resources natin. Okay? So, yan. Another is understand the cycle. So the study cycle developed by Frank Christ breaks down the different parts of studying, like previewing, attending class, reviewing, studying, and checking your understanding. So, yun po yung tinatawag natin na study cycle according to Frank. Di ba yan po yung routine? No? So, although each step may seem obvious at a glance, all too often students try to take shortcuts and miss opportunities of good learning. Paano kung na-skip mo ang isa dito, no? So, for example, you may skip a class before, um, you may skip a reading before class because your teacher covers the same material in class. So, doing so misses a key opportunity to learn in different modes, no, or reading or listening, and to benefit from the repetition, this and distributed practice that you'll get from both reading ahead and attending class. So, understanding the importance po ng lahat ng stages, my dear students, understanding ng lahat ng importance ng stages na to will help you make sure you don't miss opportunity to learn effectively. Okay? So, just like today, no, kapag a-attend ako ng isang webinar and then sobra akong interested doon, kahit yun ay online, hindi ako gagawa ng way para ma-distract ako. Dahil mabilis ako ma-distract with my gadgets, no, ay talagang ilalayo ko yan, no, at magfo-focus ako. At para hindi ko ma-miss out yung part ng learning. Okay? So, yan, the study cycle. No? Next, spacing out is good. Okay? So, the concern is how you use your study time. Okay? Not how long you study. Long study sessions lead to a lack of concentration and thus a lack of learning and retention. Dito sa Pilipinas, napakahaba po ng hours of studying. But when I learned the culture of the Chinese and even the Vietnamese, no, mas mahaba pa pala yung study time nila kasi ang mga dahil hindi sila masyadong magaling sa English, no, at gusto nilang matuto, no, and in a span of 3 months, no, kapag ang estudyante ay naka-focus talaga, kapag may tutorial siya, English na na class siya, in a span of 3 months, no, ay natututo po ang estudyante. Natututo ang student dahil talagang intentional siya at alam niya kung ano yung gusto niyang makuha, no, at matutunan. Okay, so hindi sa haba eh. Within 3 months, no? Ano ka na, British accent ka na. May tinuturuan po kasi ako ganun, no? 3 months lang siya, pumunta siya sa akin. Hindi naman siya zero English, pero she can express herself, no? But eventually, after 3 months, nakita ko, hindi lang dahil ako ay gusto ko din siya matuto, no? And yung mga ginagamit kong material. Pero siya din mismo as a person, ay yun yung goal niya kasi magte-take siya ng exam and she want to pass the speaking test. Okay? So, ayun, natuto siya within 3 months. No? So tayo, napakahaba ng oras natin. Okay, so in order to spread out studying over short periods of time across several days or weeks, now you need to control your schedule. Okay, so kailangan meron tayong daily basis kung ano yung mga kailangan nating tapusin. Okay, so yung project na yon binigay sa atin ng 2 weeks ago, then kapag sabi ni teacher, no, ay gawin na natin agad. No? Hindi naman matapos natin agad siya, pero we effectively and efficiently use yung study time natin. Okay? Para ma-enjoy din natin yung movie time natin, yung mga pleasure natin, no? So, yan. Ang question ko ngayon ay, meron po ba talagang tinatawag na time management? I just learned this from a mentor. Okay? Siya ay isang HR, no? So, ang sabi niya sa akin, I asked for prayers kasi sabi ko, can you pray for me that I can manage my time? Tapos ah, nabigyan pa niya ako ng tips, no? It's not really time management because all of us are given 24 hours. Walang taong binigyan ng 23 hours, no? Kulang ng isa. Or walang 15 hours lang, no? All of us are given, no? 24 hours. But the thing here is it's self-management. Okay? So, iba't ibang way tayo kung paano natin i-manage yung sarili natin. We cannot really manage the 24 hours, but what we can manage is what are the things that we are doing dun sa span na yon na 24 hours. Okay? So, kapag may naririnig akong time management, as I have learned, no, and yung aking experiences din, it's not really time management. Kahit sa mga students, no, and even for our dear parents, no, dahil busy tayo sa work, no, hindi na natin matutukan, no, or meron silang tutor, or pwedeng tayo din naman, no, ang magturo din sa kanila. It's self-management. The more time that we can give to our dear um, children, ay mas ma-appreciate talaga nila yon, no? So mas okay din naman na tayo ay nagpapa-help din sa iba, pero talagang maganda din na ma-manage din natin yung sarili natin, no? So for all of us, no? So ay talagang ito ay applicable yung self-management kasi it's something about ano din related to spacing out is good. Okay? So problems are your friends. Okay? Working and reworking problems is important for technical courses like math, economics, no? Be able to explain the steps of the problems and why they work. This somehow um baka isipin nyo dahil ito ay mga courses na. No, I'm not talking about that. What I'm emphasizing here is the process of studying. Okay? So working and reworking problems. Okay? So tayo ay parang it's a step by step process para maging magaling tayo sa isang bagay. Okay? So magkakaroon ka man ng problema sa isang bagay, no, na hindi mo siya maintindihan, ay eventually matututunan mo din siya. Maganda na nga yung work mo, pero mas mapapaganda mo pa yung work mo. It's what we call as working and reworking, no? Doon sa product na meron tayo. Okay? So hindi natin makikita as yung problems na as a negative one, no? Para matuto tayo in the near future na kayo ay magka-college or magsi-senior high school, no? Ay matuto tayong mag-welcome ng problems and matuto tayong mag-solve ng problems na with the eye na hindi tayo fully mababurden no? Or magki-quit na lang tayo, no? Hindi ganong attitude. Okay? Reconsider multitasking. A significant amount of research indicates that multitasking does not improve efficiency and actually negatively affects results. So, itong multitasking, nung estudyante ako ay akala ko I can really multitask, no? Yung pala procrastination siya. Kaya nagmu-multitask ako. O kayo, itanungin niyo yung sarili niyo, nagmu-multitasking ba kayo dahil, gusto niyong matapos ng mas maaga yung inyong, gagawin or nagmu-multitasking kayo dahil wala na kayong enough time dahil submission na the next week? Okay, so reconsider multitasking. Some might say that the multitasking aren't effective to them, no? Some will say that, effective yun sa kanila. So, it's more of a self-discovery pa, no? Kung, nakakapag-multitask tayo talaga. Okay? So, yan. Mahalaga din na ma'am, can you consider multitasking po na tawag dito, nag-aaral ka tapos may distraction, 'no? So, eliminating the distractions will allow you to fully engage during yung study sessions niyo. If you don't need your computer for homework, then don't use it, okay? Pero ngayon kailangan natin siya kasi dun tayo gumagawa ng homework. So, ang gagawin natin ay ibubuksan lang natin yung mga apps, 'no, na makaka-help sa atin, na at, makaka-help din sa atin para ma-spend natin yung study time natin, more effectively. Okay? So, if needed ay ilayo natin yung mga phones natin or i-off natin yung mga social media natin, 'no? So, those are the tips na I know you know about it already kaya hindi ko na siya ine-emphasize pa. Okay? So, yan, social media is used for, business. Ako business, I'm using it, to communicate with other people. But, minsan talagang anong nangyayari, distraction siya. Okay? So, kung distraction siya, then we have to do something on that. Okay. Switch up your setting. Find several places to study in and around your campus or school and change up your space if you find that is no longer a working space for you. So, you know to yourself, no, kung ano yung inyong strategy in studying. So, kung meron kang study place at home or, of course, at school, meron tayong mga certain places sa school na doon talaga tayo nag-aaral. Pero, halimbawa, magre-review ka na. Pag magre-review ka na, the next day ay exam mo na. So, kailangan talagang sa pagre-review mo ay makahanap ka ng place, no? So, just like me, I'm working here dito sa loob ng kwarto ko. At minsan, if I'm checking papers, no? So, offline kasi yon. If I'm checking papers, mabilis akong ma-distract ng mga bagay-bagay sa Facebook, sa social media, or kung saan man, no? Or kung saan mang bagay. So, what I do is, of course, tatanggalin mo yung mga distractions na yun. Or minsan, ang issue ko is yung setup ko, no? Or yung setting ko. So, pupunta ako sa ibang lugar, like sa salas or sa labas, no? Para maiba yung environment mo, no? So, yan. Study offline as much as possible. If this is effective with you, then you can do so. Okay? School-parent relationship. So, through open communication and collaboration, parents and teachers create important opportunities for teens to develop social, emotional, and academic skills. No? So, ang goal natin today is hindi lang improving dun sa academic skills natin, but kaloob din nun or part din nun yung ating social, emotional, physical, intellectual, and everything. No? Holistic na perspective. Okay? So, collaboration po tayo, my dear parents, no? Kayo din, students, if we will not know kung ano ang inyong mga concerns, ano yung naboburdens, ano yung mga daladala yung mga burdens, no? Or mga sentiments, then hindi din malalaman. No? So, you have to make yourself open, no? So, just like a person na nagpapa-mold talaga, no? So, alam niyo yung illustration na yun, 'di ba, na kapag ikaw ay nagmo-mold ng isang path, no? Ay ng isang path ay talagang yung nagmo-mold sa'yo, yung nagko-control, no? So, it doesn't mean na yung parents natin magko-control or yung school natin, but it takes a hand-in-hand communication. Okay? So, maging open lang tayo sa ating communication. Open communication leads to a betterment of a person. Okay? So, a school-family partnership does more than enhance academic achievement. When parents and teachers work together, students report higher levels of motivation and self-esteem, di ba? Ang product niya is good, no? Student also develop key social and emotional learning skills such as self-awareness, relationship building, and responsible decision making. Okay, young people develop these skills when programs are coordinated across settings, including home and schools. No, when families and educators work together, they reinforce the kind of behaviors and skills young people need to become successful adults. So, yun yung target natin. We go hand in hand, no, and we have this open communication. Okay? So kahit kay teacher, teacher medyo mabilis po kayo, no? So pwede pong yung politely tayo mag-ask, no? Then the teacher will adjust for you, no? So it takes only an open communication. Yan. So, medyo malapit na po ako matapos, no? So, wisdom is more valuable than materials. This is another tip. Kasi, ang goal naman natin sa school is, yes, we want to improve on something to us. Okay? Kasi we want to be on that profession, no? Gusto nating mag-earn na money in the future, kaya tayo nag-aaral, no? Pero, saan ba talaga natin nakukuha yung true wisdom natin? Sa lahat ng mga sinabi ko, no, I know that this is not my own ideas alone, no? So it comes from the true giver of wisdom. Okay? So, uh, hindi dahil mag-aaral tayo at makakuha tayo ng mga material things, no? But mag-gain natin um, yung true giver of wisdom. How much better is to get wisdom more than gold and good judgment? Sabi ko kanina, wisdom ay si Jesus Christ himself. Okay? So, paano natin siya magigain, no? So, ibig sabihin, He is more than gold. Okay? Kung we have Jesus in our lives, no, then we know what to do. We know how to improve on ourselves. We know how to make good judgment, no? We know how can we excel sa ating mga ginagawa because we love what we're doing, no? Sabi sa Proverbs 3:13, dito din kanina Proverbs 16:16. Sabi sa Proverbs 3:13, happy is the one who finds wisdom. Sino daw happy? No? The one who finds wisdom. Hindi gold, no? Happy is the one who finds gold, hindi gold. Happy is the one who finds silver, hindi silver. Okay? Happy is the one who finds wisdom. And who again is wisdom? It is Jesus Christ himself. Okay? So, when you have Jesus, no, ay wala ka ng ibang may mga tips na ibinibigay sa'yo pero yun ay karagdagan lang dahil you have this communication with the Lord on what you can do dito sa bagay na ito, no? So, sabi pa po sa Proverbs 2, chapter 2, verses 2, 4 to 5, if you make your ear attentive to wisdom, if you seek it like silver, and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and you will find the knowledge of God. The knowledge of God is more than the things of this world. I'll tell you, kahit saan tayo mapunta, even when we got all the trophies, no, or tayo yung pinakamagaling, or tayo yung nag-excel, if you do not have the knowledge of God, you do not have all the things of this world. Kasi Jesus is the wisdom himself. He will lead you to the right path, just like what he did and what he's doing in my path, in your path as well, sa mga teachers nyo, nakikita nyo din yung path of life nila. Sa mga magulang nyo, nakikita din yung path of life nila. Kaya more than dun sa mga bagay na yung pagiging excellent natin, pagiging masipag natin, nagiging masipag tayo dahil yun yung overflow ng heart natin because we love the Creator, we love Jesus Himself, and Jesus allows us to do these good things, no? Para yung mga good things ay hindi mabaliwala sa harap ng Panginoon dahil siya yung nakakaalam kung tama yung ginagawa natin. Minsan kasi may mga tama tayong ginagawa pero hindi naman natin ina-acknowledge na sa Kanya galing yun. Hindi pa rin yun magiging tama kasi everything comes from the Lord, in Him, through Him, and for Him alone. Okay? So, ito medyo a year ago sinabi ko po sa isang pag-host ko sa isang event, no? At meron doon naging speaker at he talks about the future. At ito ay nabuo ko lang din po sa aking mind, no? You are not creating your future in the future, but you already started yesterday and continuing today. What does it mean? Sinabi nating future, sa mga susunod na panahon pa yan. If you want to be someone who's really good enough in the future, it should be manifested yesterday and you should continue today. Ibig sabihin, nakikita na talaga sa atin ngayon pa lang, no, that we are motivated enough, that we are achieving na yung nasa future natin. I hope I make a sense dun sa bagay na yun. You are not creating your future sa future pa, but you already started yesterday and continuing today. So, going back to our topic, improving one's academic performance and good study habit, a day-to-day challenge. It's in your hands, my dear students. And it's with your heart also that you will ask God to give you wisdom on all the things that you do. And He will surely give you that, if you have also the right intention in your heart, if you also have the right heart dun sa ginagawa natin. Okay? So, para magkaroon din tayo ng humility sa lahat ng ginagawa natin, magkaroon tayo ng excellence, no? Lagi ko po nasa isip yan, dear students, teachers, and parents, na I will excel because of God and because I am serving an excellent God. I'm not serving an average God, no? So, kailangan talaga makita din yung excellence sa buhay natin. Okay? So, yun lang po ang aking paghamon, no? So, I hope I was able to challenge you today, and I hope that it will help you na ma-improve natin yung ating academic performance. Not for our own self, not for our own gain, but for the glory of our Lord Jesus. Once again, I'm Ms. Fatima M. Kembal. Thank you so much once again to the administration of the UECS. Thank you for always remembering me po sa mga ganitong panahon, and it's always a privilege for me to talk. Maraming salamat po, at pagpalain po tayo ng ating Panginoong Jesus. Sa Kanya po nagmumula ang buhay, at sabi nga po, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through Jesus Christ. The life here on earth is temporary, but the life na ibibigay sa atin ni God, no, ay eternal, and that eternal is what we have in our communication now in Christ, no? So the reason that we are we are here right now, it's because of just by the grace of our Lord Jesus lang po. So everything comes from Him, no? And we should put our trust and our faith on the one na nag-save para sa atin. So thank you so much once again to my dear UECS family, and have a blessed day, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you, Ms. Fatima, for the imparted knowledge. It was a pleasure to have you with us. To conclude today's webinar, let us have our school administrator, Reverend Gonzalo Pe Jr., for the closing remarks, and Mrs. Mara Delgado for the closing prayer.
Thank you, Ms. Fatima Kiambao, for your message and reminder. I hope all of you students, our dear parents and guardians, was blessed by our speaker's message. Truly may all our students have a disciplined life, not only to improve in your academic performance, but also in life as we face the day-to-day challenges. Once again, thank you everyone, and I hope to see you all in our next webinar. God bless everyone.
Isang maganda at mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat. Tayo pong lahat ay umuko at tayo ay manalangin. Aming Diyos na dakila, sa iyo po ang lahat ng papuri at pasasalamat sa umagang ito. Salamat Panginoon sa panibagong kaalaman na nahayag sa araw na ito sa pamamagitan ng iyong anak na si Binibining Patrica Montipalcon. Panginoon, salamat sa buhay niya na patuloy mong ginagamit upang maging daluyan ng iyong pagpapala, at ito po ay nagsisilbing patotoo sa amin maging sa mga mag-aaral na narito ngayon. Kung gaano ka kabuti at kung gaano ka gumagawa sa bawat buhay ng mga taong sumusunod at nananampalataya sa iyo. Tunay nga po, Panginoon, na ang biyaya mong katalinuhan sa bawat isa sa amin ay patuloy na yayabong. Kung ito ay nagagamit namin ng maayos ayon sa iyong kalooban na may kababaang loob, dahil ang lahat ng mayroon kami ngayon ay sa iyo lamang po nangunguna. Nawa po, Panginoon, ang natutunan namin ngayon ay maging gabay namin sa patuloy na pakikipagbaka sa mga hamong kakaharapin namin sa aming mga buhay. Ito po ang aming samo at dalangin sa matamis na pangalan ng iyong anak na si Jesus. Amen.
Thank you once again, parents and students. Thank you all for attending. I hope you have learned and enjoyed this webinar. Until next time, God bless you all.